Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a little bit more Stationeers as we continue along. So the consent... Wasn't that falling down a hole at some point? Guess it's changed its mind. It's encroaching my base now. So the consensus was that I shouldn't be able to blow myself up with the methodology that we sort of laid out. Which, you know what? That's good news. I'm glad that people feel that way. I'll go eat a bloody muesli bar, especially now that they're a little bit more accessible. Look, my potatoes are going quite well. Let's do the potato rounds. What have I done here? You bloody goose. Alright. What we want is my crowbar. And that usually stays there, so we'll just put that away. Right. What are we looking at? Temperature's not too bad. Yeah, you can sort of get away with leaving it for maybe like a couple of, like 2 days. But remember, we got that down to about 16 degrees and now it's up to almost 30. Right, so... the heat production of these potatoes is significant. I mean, who knows, maybe we could harvest it in some way for heating. Probably not through a turbine. We tried the turbine thing. That said, I'm not against revisiting, you know, the turbine scenario. But just as a sort of self-sustaining power force, it didn't really make sense. But we could use it as something supplemental, especially if we're going to have gas flow. Maybe I should think about that with our sort of little room that we're generating now. Let's see, go set outward. Bring that pressure up. $30 at 20. Yeah, okay. Set inward. Let's draw a little bit out. See how we go cycling it. Alright, well. That's interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. That might actually hold steady-ish, you know, for the amount of air that we've actually got in... Nope. That was dangerous. The amount of air that we've actually got in our little cooling system and the length of pipe. We might be pretty close to keeping it all sort of even. You know, cooling as fast as we're heating, which... Geez, that'd be a pretty good bloody fluke to get the ball rolling. Okay, so... we also probably, I mean, I did say I wanted to make room for a furnace in here too. I just got to have a think about that. Maybe not actually, because this is a designed capture room for gases, right? But if I'm understanding the furnace properly, the furnace has an exhaust and an input, like pipes. Technically, that furnace, the advanced furnace, not this thing, shouldn't actually need a sort of vacuum system to exhaust out. So there's no reason for it to actually go into this room. Alright, I've convinced myself that, yes, we will build a furnace at some point, but it might not even need a room, but, you know, as far as the gas capture and fuel, that'd be a different story altogether. Okay, cool. So, essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to capture everything straight into this pipe and straight into a tank. And then we'll assess. We'll assess how bad that is, or good or bad, or whatever you want to call it. And from there, we will then... I'm going to need access to the back of this wall, aren't I? Because I was thinking maybe I could make a walkway here and have a workspace there, but no, I would rather walk through here and have a work area there. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so we could use radiators to cool, essentially, is what I was trying to get to. Where is... We haven't used all the metal plate, have we? It's possible, I suppose. I mean, like I said, I've been leaving all my shit lying around. This is... Ah, there it is, right there. It's hard to sort of track. Usually I'm a little bit neater and tidier, but to be honest, we're moving infinitely faster. And I don't mind that we're being a bit messy along the way. Alright, so they're the main ones that we need for the moment anyway. Alright. So, well, having said that, maybe because just for less length for the pipe to go, let's look at building a tank. That'll be from you, sir. I also know that you can look at that and see the ingredients. What can I say? Force of habit, I just pull the little lever and eject everything to... Like, people have pointed out that you can see how much is in the thing by looking there, sort of thing. How many ingredients are inside it. Sorry, I'm trying to use my words and think at the same time. Tank. Portable tank. No, we want the fixed tank. Steel. Can we do the portable tank for a bit and then upgrade? Because we're not set up with steel in mind yet, and I kind of want to finish this capture room as soon as possible so we can capture everything, you know? What I think we'll do is exactly that. The portable tank uses iron, and the base plate uses just iron as well, I think. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's cook some iron. What have I actually got? So we're going to need a fair bit. I've got nothing. Alright, that's fine. Some copper over here.
Jetpack on.
There's some iron over there. Yeah, look, I want to get this little capture facility up and running as soon as possible, yeah? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Hang on, I saw a flicker of a name just here. Don't tease me, game. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
Jetpack on.
Copper there. Hey, here we go. Down in the hole. Yeah, I want to start capturing gas as soon as possible. That's sort of the little mini project that we're working towards first, you know? And yes, we could build the furnace, the advanced furnace now and sort of sidetrack across there. No, I would rather just create an ad hoc closed system to capture gas as soon as possible. Now, I did mention that for cooling, because I have concerns about that. We could run it through a bloody air conditioner, sure. But we could also, well, the pipes, we could cool the same way that we're cooling for our little farm. Or, when we are building steel, we can attach radiators to the pipes, because their heat transfer rate is disgusting. You know, that's bloody super freeze your stuff, you know? Geez, where am I? Let's put a big old block in there. Devastated. Look at all these beautiful gases that are going to be coming out of this that we're not capturing. Oh well. But yeah, we'll just make a really rudimentary tank pipe capture. And just start catching gases for starters, you know, get the ball rolling. Hang on, that should be enough to start. Tank connector.
Jetpack on.
Part of me hoped I could capture it, or catch it while it was in flight. Okay, so tank, portable tank kit. Oh, there you go. That's enough anyway. And that's tracking just fine. Alright, so we'll set that up for capture. I really need to commit to memory all the numbers for what blows up. That would be helpful. Now, I'm not that worried about how we place it, but I would like to be able to see the pressure gauge easily. So, it's hard to tell. No. Right click, sorry. I need my little spanner. Oh, well, look, that's perfect. Right where we can see it. And how's the pipe come out there? That's fine. Yeah, because that's pretty much our only monitoring device there. Alright, so we've got the pipe running out the top there. That's fine. We've got some length of pipe. Oh, we got plenty. Look at this. So we could probably just... do that. And if we need more length for cooling, we'll monitor it just like we've been monitoring the farm. Right, but that's really straightforward stuff. Again, like I said, our limitation, I think the pressure threshold for this portable tank's a lot lower than the fixed tank. I think it would go before the pipes go. But that's alright. It's a start. It's something. We need to start capturing this stuff as soon as possible. Otherwise, what is even the point? You know what? We could probably have done that a bit better. Rig the cable in. How are we going to do that? Because that needs power. That's the power side. And you can't run it through door frames.
Filter low. Power
whatever.
low.
But we could do that. There we go. Alright, let's do that. Like that. There we go. That should have power. There we go. But we're out of stuff. Okay, filter. Well, you know how we deal with filters around here. Into the sun with you. Just remind me to build a new filter to replace it. Okay. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Did I make a mistake then? I did. Got to actually switch it. Alright. Copper. Do we have any copper at all? They're open. You see, that's the thing. It only tells you the available ingredient that you're using as well. Oh no, contents. There you go. You can look down here. Maybe that's what people were trying to tell me about. Well, very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shame I only just figured it out after I pulled the switch. Let's double check. Nice, contents. Okay, cool. Thanks, team. Geez, okay, here's a problem. Let's just commit. Where's the, there we go. Let's see how this goes. Shit. What a pain in the ass. We'll have to come up with a better system there as well. I've never really bothered with the chutes or anything like that. But, yeah, maybe I need to give my buildings a little bit more clearance. Because all it's going to take is one of those decide to, fuck it, to clip so hard that it gets a velocity that shoots through my head. And you know, I don't want that. Alright, let's do our rounds real quick. So we'll have to get around to automating this one day. We're moving a lot faster. People will know. For the fucking 5 series that we've done or something. Look at that, 31 degrees. Set outward. Yes. $21? 30 kPa? Yeah, okay, it's not cooling past that. That's okay. Set inward. There we go. Okay. Doesn't seem like we need more gas in the system. Maybe a bit more pipe for more cooling, but then you might need more gas from there as well, so it goes. 9 sheets. This might get us through. Right. Floor's airtight. That's powered up, isn't it? Yeah. Welding torch and plastic sheets for the door. Crowbar and 2 glass sheets, eh? Well, there we go. Alright, I suppose we test it now. Right, it should be all good, right? Powered, smelt, fan sucks it all out, cool. Gotta be careful, 100 kPa is the limit of the room, so the fan has to be on before the furnace goes on. Like, just as a sort of good practice. This is powered, this is piped, this goes into here, and this captures. Okay, sure. What have we got that we can stick in there? Now, like I said, this is an early sort of design. Yeah, 12. 12 of that would be good. We have to stay in here and supervise it, so another version would be having chutes and doing it remotely. But we should be alright. Set inward. Set fan on. Watch the numbers. Look at that, we're getting nothing. Nothing external, so it's drawing it out faster than it can cook. You know what I mean? Just give it a chance for all the particles to stop moving as it gets the last bits of gas. Alright, that seems pretty good to me. One. I mean, you know, we can't necessarily capture it all. And there we go. 50 kPa, not a whole huge amount, but this is a test, you know? Let's get an idea of what's going on in there, eh? We've got X, which is pollutant. We've got CO2. 60 degrees? Oh, yeah? Not so bad. Yeah. 50 kPa. But you can see there, like, double that. Well, I mean, it's a hard read because it's in that pipe. But anyway, the pipes can handle it. The room can't. But that's fine. That temperature doesn't really worry me that much. You can probably see it's dropping already. I don't know how the radiation component for one of these portable tanks is, but presumably they lose heat like the pipes. And I would say on a larger scale as well, because there's more surface area. I mean, that makes sense to me. Let's do another one, because I'm enjoying this experiment. How do we go with like a 5 stack of gold? Now, gold is a big job. Oh, look, the fan seems to be drawing as fast as the particles are going out. So this room is going to be fine. This room is essentially a safe space. It just can't produce the gas faster than this thing can pump it. So that's pretty awesome. Now, it occurs to me as well, on the topic of turbines, I mean, because we're never going to use passive flow for this setup, right? It's always going to be a fan sucking, right? So what if we had a scenario where you had like a turbine wall, so the fan that's sucking the gas sucks it through a turbine? Like, it's not going to obviously cover its energy costs, but it's going to recoup some, you know? And ultimately the net effect of that would be that it would reduce the power draw of that. The only small issue I would have with that we were still sort of experimenting on with the turbines, if you go back a few playlists, is I'm not sure if the turbine has a mechanical throttle of how much flow it can actually have, like a ceiling. Because if it did, hypothetically, there might be a scenario where it won't let the gas through at the same rate that that's drawing it through. I think it should be fine, but you could potentially introduce a bottleneck. So say we had a big turbine here, and that's drawing through and creating that suction, but perhaps the turbine's not letting enough gas pass through compared to the amount that's being produced there, so you're going to have this building heat pressure inside. I'm not sure. That's something that I've just thought about, but not really, you know, we didn't put to the test or anything like that, but it might actually have a physical limit. Okay, cool. And then we're going to have all sorts of other mixed gases in here. X, O2, CO2, N2. That's all right. But look how hot it burns, man. 200 degrees. So, yeah, so we could add more pipes to create more surface area. In fact, as we do filter all this crap out, we're going to be adding pipes anyway, you know? But I mean, look, this tank reckons it can go a lot higher for pressure. I wonder what if there's like there's got to be a melt point for these pipes, right? There's got to be. But I don't know what it is, and presumably it'll be right up there. Like it's not 200 degrees. But okay, cool. I would call that a successful sort of experiment, getting the ball rolling. Very cool. So we've got a room that works very well. Like I said, my main concern was having a bottleneck in here where maybe we were generating more gas and more heat than we could suck in. But this seems perfect. It's not that at all. And I don't know what sort of draw it put on the grid. because we've only got the one dish. So we'll probably have to shore up the power shortly as well, but like at the moment, you know, we've got a million things to do. That's why I never shore the grid up. Shoring the grid up is a luxury, right? The only time I worry about it is if like doors are going to depower with me still inside an airlock because of the grid. That's why I don't power my doors, because they draw so much bullshit power. Because we've always got something more important to do. For example, sorting these gases to be reused, right? At least for partial fuel for O2 that we could then use in the actual big furnace that we're going to build. And then maybe automating this system a bit better. Automating our production. All of these things I find to be much more important than a couple more solar dishes, especially when we're running on pretty Spartan power at the moment. So yeah, I guess that's where we're at. Very cool. All right, well look, we're up and running. Yeah, it looks good. It's a pretty basic system. And like I said, there's a lot of manhandling. We've got to supervise it. That's sort of the downside of using the old system, because we could sort of fire and forget, but now we have to stay in that room. But having said that, actually, given the fact that we now know that it will draw the it'll draw the gas faster than like it's kind of safe to leave it unsupervised to fire and forget. So maybe we could just airlock it. But even then, that's a bit fiddly. I wonder if maybe the next step would be to automate it. You know, shoot and remote button. As opposed to go in, put this bloody ore sample in, cycle an airlock out. And then what you'd have to do, you'd have to turn it on remotely anyway. Yeah, right. So we'd probably set up a shoot system or something like that. Okay, cool. Many things to do, lots to do. This is very exciting. We're getting there. Team, thanks again for joining me. We might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.